Hi guys, today we are going to solve Leetcode question number 39, which is combination sum. The description here says that given an array of distinct integers candidates and a target integer target, return a list of all unique combinations of candidates where the chosen numbers sum to target. You may return the combinations in any order. The same number will be chosen from candidates an unlimited number of times. Two combinations are unique if the frequency of at least one of the chosen numbers is different. The test cases are generated such that the number of unique combinations that sum up to target is less than 150 combinations for the given input. Okay, so we can see that in the given example 1, the input candidates array is 2, 3, 6, 7 and the target is 7. So here we are having two elements in the list that has been returned as output. First element is 2 to 3 which sums up to 7. We can see that the frequency of 2 here is taken as 2, although the frequency in the candidates array of 2 is 1 only. But here in the output array we can see that the number of times 2 has been used is more than 1. So one of the answer in element is 2 to 3 and the second is 7 as it sums up to 7. So here are only two combinations that comes up as the output of this example. So now let's move to the solution approach. Okay, so for the solution of this question, we will be using backtracking. Like we will choose the method of pick and not pick. We will include the candidate and don't move forward in the array, or we can either exclude the current candidate and move to the next index. So firstly, we will start with index 0, and at every index we will have two choices, either to pick the element if it's less than or equal to target, then recursively call with the same index and reduce the target till the value of target has been reduced to 0, or either we cannot pick it and move to the next index. We can see that if the target equal to 0, we have found a valid combination, and then we will copy that combination into the answer data set that data structure that we will be using, or we can have another condition if index is equal to array.len that has been provided in the input, and we can return to the main function. The time complexity of this approach is big O of k into L, where k is the number of valid combinations and L is the average length of each combination. And we will be having a space complexity of this approach as big O of t due to recursion stack, big O of k into L as we are using all other valid combinations, where k is the number of valid combinations and L is the average length as given in the time complexity. And we can also use the temporary list that we are using, or in that we are storing the temporary data set, and that will take up to big O of t length. Okay, so now let's move to the code. Firstly, we will create a list of array list, which is answer. In that we will be storing all the data set ds, and then we will be returning to the following answer. Okay, so now next we will create another function known as fincom, where we will pass 0 candidates array, target integer, answer array list, and a new empty array list. In that we will be storing a particular element of the resulting array list, and then we will return that answer array list as the answer. Now we will write a private function fincom, where the integer 0 will be stored as the variable int index, and here the candidates array will be named as arr array, and the target will be stored as target only, and a list of array list will be named as answer, where we will store all the data sets, DS, and then the new empty array list will be named as DS. Now you move inside this function. So it will be a recursion function. Okay. So we will have a base condition as if index equal to array.length. If there will be no other index to search for, in that condition we will check if target equal to 0. If the target will turn to 0, then we will add that data set to the answer array list by the add function. And when this outer if condition will be fulfilled, then we will return it. Now we will have another check condition outside the if condition. If array of index is less than equal to target, till then we will have or we will add that array element at index of the array to the DS, and then we will call the function fincom with the index ind only, and the array as array, and the target will be reduced by arr index as we are picking the element. Then we have the answer array, and then we will remove it while backtracking. And then outside this if statement, we will have another recursion call as fincom, where we will increment the index as int +1, and all other reference variable will be same. And then we will run this code, and it passed all the test cases, and now we will submit it.